If it were about the fat salaries and humongous budgets, then before we rationalize UCDA and these agencies, we should start with those that created these humongous expenditures. Indeed, if we are to rationalize on a rational basis, we should start with rationalizing the Ministry of Agriculture. We gave them district farm institutes. Where are they? We gave them farms in Buyikwe. Where is the farm in Buyikwe? We gave them extension farmers. Where are they? So if we are to deal with redundant expenditure, we gave them ranches. Where are they? We should start with the rationalization of this ministry itself and not entrust this ministry with functions of an entity that has been the brightest star in the country. Right Honorable Speaker, we were informed by the majority report yesterday, and I want to thank my sister, the chairperson, that coffee has been accounting for 55% of the agricultural exports. Why don't we want to spend on entities and areas which give us money? The reason we maintain agencies like URA, Uganda Investment Authority, is because they are strategic. Do you want to tell me that a blameless entity called UCDA, which has promoted coffee after the destruction and death of Coffee Marketing Board, should be sacrificed because some people are not doing their work? Can we talk about expenditure in a government, in a parliament, for strategic reasons that gives money to a private company, and then we say we cannot give money to an agency? We were informed yesterday, Right Honorable Speaker, that this authority is going to be absorbed in the ministry, and I want to ask, at what level? As a directorate? As a department? As a unit? Since when? If we are to do this, why don't we get things like KCCA, Investment Authority, URA, and put them back to the mother ministries, because we want to rationalize? Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, there are people who are deeply concerned in this country. Why haven't we consulted the farmers, the coffee farmers, the cotton farmers, and all the other core stakeholders? I want to conclude by saying, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, the destruction of a country begins with the destruction of ideology. If we have performing entities and we want to kill them, one will ask, what did Ugandans do to us to deserve the punishment of destroying the small veins that continue to feed them? Maybe you could tell us how much UCDA is consuming from your treasury. We would mobilize cooperatives and associations, coffee associations in this country, to foot that bill, since you do not want to finance them.
Thank you.
I oppose the move to rationalize the coffee.
Flavia.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate the chairperson's report, because it had the actual points that we are looking for. It painted a very good picture, the reality of UCDA in this country. And that is exactly what we needed, except that she had a terrible ending. Right Honorable Speaker, some analogies have been made in this House with regards to coffee. There was with regards to rationalization, there was an analogy that was made of us crying more than the bereaved. Then there was an analogy that was made of stepmothers crying more, caring for more than the mothers. Then there was an analogy, and it was stepmothers, but even stepfathers, I think. Then there was another analogy that was used, and I keep asking myself, if we are now using the language of analogies, then why are we letting the mother, why are we sacrificing the baby to a slaughterhouse of a mother. Why is the mother eating the baby? Because first of all, UCDA is doing very well. Now we want to slaughter it by sending it to a slaughterhouse of a mother who is going to end up eating it, engulfing it totally, so that we have nothing. My point coming to is, Madam Speaker, there was an argument of inefficiency of the DDA, of the cotton authority, and that is why we are saying that they need to be merged with MAIF. In this case, UCDA has shown all the right characters of efficiency, and we are still clamping it down with the ones that were allotted inefficient. Why are we still using the same argument? If UCDA is proceeding well, why do we need to rationalize it? Secondly, there is also the last one, Madam Speaker, the final one is, MAIF has been given so many agencies under its care. Already MAIF is overburdened and has characteristics of inefficiency. Too many cooks spoil the broth. If we add on even UCDA, which is already an expert and stand alone on its own, working alone, then we are going to end up killing UCDA, because all these people will create inefficiencies, all these people will create
Kabuye, Frank.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, when I heard the report of the chairperson of the committee, I was so impressed that at least we are receiving something that is addressing the concern and that is speaking to our people. Because when we are speaking about coffee, we are speaking on something or a product that has supported more than millions of families in our country, and something that has contributed to the national treasury. So when I heard the report from the chairperson, I was so impressed. But on reaching to the conclusion, there I wondered if really the chairperson was still independent and was addressing the concerns and the observations of the committee, or they were working under influence of an invisible hand. Madam Speaker, many people have come out to speak about coffee, and we have a lot of pain. Not that we don't want to see government being responsible in the people, but because we know the impact UCDA has done to the coffee industry in our country. Right now, on farm and off farm, UCD is having tangible feel. People feel it because it has helped our people to see and realize enough revenues and to get enough profits. And we are seeing coffee development in our country taking the lead. So, Madam Speaker, I therefore move to be part and associate myself to the minority report to see that this parliament stands independent, so that we don't bring in the resolutions of cabinet, because I've seen
Honorable Chivumbi, Chair of Uganda Caucus and Chair of Park Central.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity. Right Honorable Speaker, let me start from the known knowns.
Honorable members, I know all of you. I will pick you when I know I want you to speak.
Right Honorable Speaker, let's start.
I've seen all of you standing up. I will pick you. You're all going to speak. Fortunate will speak.
Right Honorable Speaker, let's start from the known knowns. The known knowns is that the Ministry
Honorable members, listen to Honorable Chivumbi.
Right Honorable Speaker, the known known is that the Ministry of Agriculture as of now does not have the capability and capacity to take on the roles and functions of UCDA. That's a known known. The second known known, and it's factual, is that the Minister of Agriculture has just told you that they are in the process of setting up omnibus authority that will take up all these other crops. That is tea and whatever, and that authority is underway. Right on up, that's also known fact the minister has put up. The other known fact is what all of us have said. And let me urge members here. An attempt to localize coffee will be a misnomer. Coffee right now is the national product. It is grown across all regions of the country. Like banana. For at one time, Buganda was the biggest grower of banana. Today, Buganda imports banana from Western Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, therefore, our bone of contention, Right Honorable Speaker, the minister has not answered the question, what's the best practices all over the world? The best practice all over the world, that special crops like a coffee is grown through agencies as a vehicle. Ethiopia has it, Brazil has it, Vietnam has it, Kenya has it. What we are doing today, wise people in Ethiopia try to do it. Wise people in Kenya tried to do it. 3 years down the road, they had abandoned and they are going back. Now the law, let me go to the gist of the law. The law seeks to dissolve. The minister here is putting an argument of a transition of 3 years, contingent upon government attaining some other capacities. Now, after killing UCDA today, when 3 years down the road, that capacity is found wanting, will you resurrect it? Will you resurrect it? Having killed it? Therefore, let us think full square. And next, exactly, that's why, Right Honorable Speaker, our position is very simple. That you don't need even the 3 years. Government can even come here tomorrow. If the capacity to assure quality, to market our coffee, and in a sustainable level is attained by Maif, come here with the law, there will be parliament, we will pass it instant. Yes. Our question, Right Honorable Minister, the other day I put up a notion of legislating in anticipation. We are legislating that someday that ministry that has demonstrated incapacities, and I had a great care because I've just audited that ministry. It doesn't score any plus on any parameter. It is in the minus, from goat rollover, from tractors, from acre sites, from everything. I want to put the minister. If the minister of agriculture is doing well, let him stand here and tell us one crop which they have done so well, to give us a basis of confidence that they are up to anything. They don't have it. They've killed the tea on their watch. They've killed the vanilla on their watch. They've killed all other things. Even fish, which is inherent in the lake. Government had to institute a military to go in and intervene. This is an entity that is not ready today. Let us not create anxiety. Good business is about predictability and durability. Let us not slaughter an animal that is giving Uganda $1.4 billion as of today. It's a gold mine for this country.
Namuga.
I want to thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to speak after my chair. Honorable colleagues, we are here because we all love our country. And this is what we call home. It's not about regions. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the House and also encourage them to keep being objective when we're deliberating on some of these matters. Honorable Bright Ramirama, the Minister for Agriculture as of now, Right Honorable Speaker, I want this House, before even you debate the report for coffee, interest yourself in the Auditor General's report on agriculture for the financial 22-23. Right Honorable Speaker, good enough I came with it. Right Honorable Speaker, we had, no please, this is my time, we had a scenario where, Right Honorable Speaker, we had,
Honorable members, I have said Let's be calm.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I would expect my sizement, Honorable Ogwan, to respect the fellow member. Yes, because in any case they will tell you to stand up. No, that's it.
But
Madam Speaker, now that Madam Speaker,
You can't sit. No,
honorable members,
you are short.
honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, can I have order? Can I have order? Namuga is right. Let's assessment.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for protecting, and we must appreciate nature. Right Honorable Speaker, we are looking at two things objectively. For me, I'm looking at the performance of an entity as of now that intends to take over responsibility of an authority. Right Honorable Speaker, all of you colleagues remember the issue of the foot and mouth disease. This is the same ministry that failed to manage that disaster when it happened. They were given money, failed to procure the vaccines, and we had over a million dose vaccines that expired within the stores. They expired. Yes. Two, they bought goats in the same report. You bought goats and all of them died. Yes, we bought.
Thank you. Evans.
Have any more authority to take over UCDA because you can't manage it.
Evans, Kanyike. Lutamaguzi. Evans, Lutamaguzi, Mukatuliki.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
Members, let's speak faster. So many people want to speak.
Yes. Right Honorable Speaker, according to the three reports which were read yesterday here from the chairperson of the committee and the two minority reports, they stipulated very clearly that UCDA should not go to the Ministry of Agriculture. I listened very clearly. I know Honorable Linda is my good friend. Let me hope that you are not intimidated. Let me hope that you are not intimidated, because the way you presented the report, it was a good report, but the way you concluded, it looked like...
You make your submission.
Right Honorable Speaker, according to the reports which were presented here yesterday, it clearly stipulates that UCDA should not go to the ministry.
Thank you. Lutamaguzi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, when you had just become a Speaker of this August House, you say to the public that this is a people-centered parliament.
Don't put me into...
I withdraw, Right Honorable
your submission.
I withdraw, Right Honorable Speaker.
No. Go straight to the bill.
Yes,
the coffee.
Right Honorable Speaker, being a coffee farmer, the people of Nakaseka I represent in this August House are saying no to rationalization. In the following, in the history we have ever had coffee marketing board. It went. We had the cooperatives. They went. There is no way you can cut a hand that feeds you, honorable ministers here. The economy you are talking about today is boosted by UCDA. One of the sectors that boosts this economy is UCDA. Unless there are pressures behind, I had the report which was read by the chair. It was very clear apart from the conclusion. So therefore, being a member of parliament, Right Honourable Speaker, a coffee farmer, and a defender of people down there in the villages of Nakaseka and across the country, including you, the Speaker, because in the beginning you told us you are also a coffee farmer. We are saying no to rationalization. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Alan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the
Seungu first, then Alan. Seungu first, then Alan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, one of the most bright people in the army during that time is Honorable Bright Ramirama here. And if he takes history of Masaka, when they captured Masaka, one of the resources they used to win the war was coffee. You took coffee, signatures made by General Eli Tumwine the late, may so rest in peace, and that's how, and Leyland vehicles. That was coffee marketing board. Later on, you killed the coffee after taking government. And the people have fought their battle using UCDA to come back. Bugolob is nowhere. All the cooperatives are nowhere. People have started growing their coffee, and UCDA has given them support. Why do you fear people becoming rich? Why? Why do you fear people having money? Statistics in our constituencies show that because of coffee and UCDA giving them seedlings, people have got money. They are paying fees for their children. They are taking them to St. Mary's College. They are even paying money in government USE schools where they are not giving enough funds. But here you are, trying to bring a penalty by meandering back to the system. Kindly, Honorable Bright Rambirama, go to Isinjiro, where you come from. You know that bananas being grown there. Were they there at that time? What have you done to horticulture? Obote, left coffee marketing board, linked marketing board, and produce for all other products.
Right Honourable Speaker, I come from Kasambia, and they grow coffee. I want to make some clarification. Honourable Seungu and all the other colleagues that mentioned that UCDA gives coffee seedlings. UCDA has never given any coffee seedling in my constituency. It is Operation Wealth Creation that has been giving coffee seedlings in the constituencies, not UCDA. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, the information I want to give you. Yes, the information I want to give you.
Yes, you give the information. Give the information.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. UCDA that these people are talking about has never even sent any staff in my constituency to know how many coffee farmers that are in my constituency. If your mother ministry says therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, the information I wanted to give him and the clarification is that UCDA has never given any coffee seedling to my people, not even to any person here. They can even confess.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam Speaker. You see, Madam Speaker, there are members, sometimes we give time to talk, and wasting time with Honorable Kabanda is really a wastage of time. Because if you are a member of Parliament and you are not aware of what you are doing,
tell us what you're saying.
Madam Speaker, I have to care because he was giving information.
You and continue.
He needs more time to be educated about constituency and UCDA. But however, continue with your spirit as you are taking it to yourself. The boomerang will be on you. The boomerang is on you. But UCDA has been giving us seedlings from Ngabirano. Ngabirano, they now the one who took over, they have been doing that role. Even quality assurance alone. When you talk about Kasambia that does not have quality assurance about who are you representing in this house?
Thank you. Alan.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Madam Speaker, I listened very well to the minister. He was suggesting a transition of 3 years.
Yes.
And Honorable Abendi Wanika came in and gave in a transition of 5 years. Madam Speaker, they are not giving us a justification. And some people are suggesting 10 years. Others are suggesting 20 years.
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. This young man here has a very good, bright future. The young boy is asking you, what is the justification of the 3 years? No, the young MP is very brilliant. That is a very good question.
Madam Speaker,
no, you will come, Honorable Minister. You take note.
Yes.
He has a very pertinent question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the minister is not giving us a justification. And even Honorable Abendi Wanika failed. Therefore, Madam Speaker, why are we legislating in anticipation? Why don't you wait until the 3 years elapses, or even 10, or even 5?
So you agree that we give the 3 years to elapse, then we legislate?
Madam Speaker, I'm recommending.
You're recommending.
I'm recommending